Governor Gretchen Whitmer will deliver her third State of the State address tonight right here on Fox 17.
At the same time, Senate Republicans have also already unveiled their 2021 priorities. Joining us to lay out some of the plans for our state this year is Senator Roger Victory, who represents the Hudsonville area. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you for allowing me to join with you, and I am in my office in Lansing early this morning, so it's a pleasure to be on your show.
Absolutely. An early start for you, Senator, just like us. Well, let's talk about...
That's right. And I did appreciate the commute. I was listening to the traffic report, and it was a much better drive this morning.
Perfect.
Oh, we like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about the governor's State of the State tonight. What are you expecting to hear from her? What will you want to hear from her?
Well, there again, we'll be hearing her address of the State of State address, but what we, as the Republican Senate caucus, put our plan out there. This is a plan that I, along with two other senators, have been working on over the past year, taking in considerations lessons learned from COVID, and then also listening to the constituents and through all the Michiganders throughout the state of Michigan. So as we put this forward, and we highlight three core pillars of our concerns and moving the state forward, based on healthy families and communities, a healthy economy, and a healthy future. So with those three pillars is our goal and how to improve the GOP Senate work in the next 2 years, the next year, and the next couple of weeks to move Michigan forward.
And when it comes to that, and obviously, you know, that's the broad description of it, and, you know, not necessarily getting into the details, we don't have full time for that. But when it comes to bipartisan support and what you hope for, or what do you think will be the biggest struggles when it comes to getting that bipartisan support?
Well, I think when you work within these three pillars, there will be a lot of bipartisan support. For example, a couple of the key areas I work on is the agricultural sector, and also being a new chair of the Judiciary Committee, there's a lot of areas that we can move things through in a bipartisan factor. When it comes to agricultural items, you know, accessibility to food, there's things that we had immediately learned lessons of how to have the folks of Michigan making sure they have accessibility to nutritional and food. And some right now, there are a good part of Michiganders that still are struggling in that area by the long food lines. And yet we're a great producer of a lot of this healthy nutritional food. So there's immediate concern that needs to be taken, and there's a long-term approach. And some of this needs to be done through the budgetary process, but also policy process. Budgetary could address the needs, the immediate concerns, but the policy could set something forward for the next 10 years for the great state of Michigan.
And we're running out of time here, Senator, but I want to ask you very quickly, the rollout of the vaccine distribution, what are your thoughts on it, and what do you feel like the state can do better?
I do believe that we could link with some of the private sector. We have a lot of key areas that could be distributed out, and I think we need to leverage those categories, such as our local pharmacies and things of that nature, because it is critical to get that vaccine in the arms of the Michiganders throughout the great state of Michigan.
Well, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you very much.
As always.
All right. It is 7:52, and of course you can watch the State of the State address tonight at 7 o'clock on air. We'll also stream it on our website, news app, and Facebook page.